Good evening and welcome to Newsfeed. Today is Thursday, February 22nd. I'm Sophia Kolodzinski.
And I'm Jerry Gusenberg. We're excited to have you here watching with us tonight. Let's see what's happening in Ann Arbor.
Gone are the days where tired students can stroll into their 8 a.m. classes at 8:09 and still be on time. Starting on May 1st, classes will no longer run on Michigan time, the 10-minute late start built into most undergraduate classes at U of M. Instead, classes will now end 10 minutes before the hour to allow for travel time between back-to-back classes. Because not all schools and colleges, such as the School of Nursing, are able to run on Michigan time, the university thought it was time to say goodbye to this tradition. This change will also eliminate confusion regarding the timing of events like exams, which might not start on Michigan time.
On Wednesday, February 21st, high school students at all 5 of Ann Arbor's public schools organized walkouts to protest gun violence. This act of solidarity came in response to last week's mass shooting at Parkland High School. They occurred in schools from elementary to high school across the United States. The walkouts lasted from 17 minutes to honor the 17 victims who perished in the Parkland shooting. 15-year-old Izzy Yates, the primary walkout organizer at Ann Arbor Alternative High School, described her motivation, quote, "It could have been our school, and I just don't want it to happen," unquote. Student leaders are drawing their incentive from the exemplary initiative of the powerful advocacy exhibited by students at Parkland.
Stuck in Ann Arbor over spring break? Well, Newsfeed has compiled a list of fun things to do while you're here. We recommend you first eat at some of the busiest restaurants on campus while everyone's away. We love Angelo's or Afternoon Delight. Then visit the many museums we have on our campus. Go to the UMA for art or Kelsey for cool archaeological finds. Both are free of charge. Also, this Saturday, chart-topping comedian and actor Ron White will be at the Michigan Theater. If you're in the mood for laughs and a good time, stop by at 7 p.m. or 10 p.m. If comedy is not your thing, that same night, Michigan hockey will be playing Arizona State at the Yost Ice Arena. Tickets are on sale now. Lastly, spend some time relaxing after a crazy midterm season. Newsfeed wishes everyone a fun and relaxing spring break. Now it's time for a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I already knew that I was going to go to college, from a young age. I definitely want to major in political science. After that, I'm going to get my law degree. Then I'm going to come back to Detroit, boost the economy, become the mayor or something, try to make the situation better for other people. I feel like I owe it to the city. I'm determined. It's going to happen. My name is Justin, and I am your dividend.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, baby.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
Welcome back to the show. You're watching Newsfeed. Let's get into our national news.
All throughout Wednesday, thousands of students from almost 40 Florida high schools staged walkouts and attended gun control rallies. This comes a week after 17 people were killed at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School during one of the worst school shootings in history. Student survivors met with lawmakers in the state capital, Tallahassee, urging them to pass stricter gun legislation. In the wake of the attack, students from all over the country have been very vocal on social media as part of the #NeverAgain movement. The Empire State Building also went dark Wednesday night in an attempt to honor the victims.
Evangelist Billy Graham passed away at his home in Montreat, North Carolina today. He was 99 years old. He was a confidant to the presidents throughout the decades, from Harry Truman to Barack Obama. Many presidents, including Lyndon B. Johnson, George W. Bush, and Bill Clinton, relied closely on his spiritual counsel. Graham is reported to have persuaded more than 3 million people to commit their lives to Christianity. His preaching was heard in 185 countries around the world. People across the world mourned his death. It is still unclear if his funeral will be open to the public.
On Tuesday, President Donald Trump directed his attorney general to propose changes that would ban bump stocks. Bump stocks make it easier to fire gun rounds more quickly. The process to get this legislation passed began in December in the wake of the Las Vegas shooting, and now, due to the events in Parkland, Florida last week, such legislation is even more important. Asked on Tuesday whether the president would support steps to raise the federal minimum age for buying military-style weapons, such as the AR-15 that was used in Parkland, President Trump's spokesperson did not rule it out, showing that progress is in fact being made on gun control laws in the United States.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with some international news.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Fancy pants peanut butter? A big screen television? You haven't even bought a sofa yet. A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit. Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just, please, don't leave. Okay, but remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Welcome back to Newsfeed. Now it's time for international news. At least 250 civilians have been killed in 2 days in eastern Ghouta in Syria due to constant bombardments throughout the region. The United Kingdom-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights reported 106 people died on Tuesday, the highest in a single day since 2013. This bombardment has drawn international condemnation, as Amnesty International noted, quote, flagrant war crimes being committed on a, quote, epic scale. The assault continued into Wednesday, and we are still awaiting reports from Syria regarding whether there have been onslaughts into Thursday.
A tweet from a 28-year-old Nigerian man named Chris Jr. Anakwe went viral this week after he was shown leading a movement to clean up the port city of Onitsha in southern Nigeria. Anakwe, who describes himself as ambassador for the UN's Sustainable Development Goals, went out with a group of local teenagers to help clean up the city, which has been named the most polluted on Earth. The idea came to Anakwe while he was on his National Youth Service Year, a mandatory one-year development program university graduates in Nigeria are required to do. He had no idea his friend had posted the pictures on Twitter. In a statement, Anakwe said, quote, Onitsha people, it is time for us to say no to a dirty environment, for it poses a great danger to our health. Let us not wait for the government to clean our gullies for us, unquote.
An outbreak of norovirus that started among security guards and volunteers at the Pyeongchang Olympic Games has spread to athletes. On Thursday, the Korean Center for Disease Control reported that 244 cases had been identified. Thursday, 2 freestyle skiers on the Swiss team were reported to have contracted the virus. Norovirus is highly contagious, causing excessive vomiting and diarrhea. Investigators have identified that contaminated water in food preparation at the facilities was the source of the outbreak. In response to the outbreak, officials at the Games have removed 1,200 security guards, and members of the South Korean Army have filled in as staff. The athletes are recovering and are expected to compete in the Games.
Well, that's all we have for you tonight. I'm Sophia Kolodzinski.
And I'm Jerry Gusenberg.
And you've just been Newsfed.